this is Leigh Jaynes, and you're watching Matburn.
This is our intro music. This is where Greg usually walks to the All right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Get a gallery view here. Welcome to Matburn, Leigh. Thank you for being on our third episode.
It's my pleasure. It sounds exciting.
It's very exciting. This is Greg Hussey, the voice of Thompson Wrestling, my longtime partner in crime, and my second best friend. Because Leigh is obviously my best friend in the whole world. Terry's my best friend. I got it. You're like 1A. Greg, you're like fourth now.
Oh. At least you're on hand, you know.
Yeah, he's on one hand. So Leigh, I want to know what you've been up to lately.
Nothing like everybody else.
Just stuck at home with Evie?
I mean, we're all working from home, right? Now. But, you know, I'm the head coach of Delaware Valley Women's Wrestling Program. So
Congratulations!
Thanks.
I don't think I've told you in person since you got the job.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't actually I wasn't planning on doing the college coaching thing, but, you know, circumstances changed and some time opened up for me and I applied for the job and I crossed my fingers and prayed real hard and I got it. So I'm happy for that. And it's definitely a challenge. So I'm just in the recruiting stages of my career, I guess my coaching career right now. So coaching is incredibly challenging. I have a whole new respect for all the college coaches that are out there doing this right now.
How hard is it to recruit when you can't leave your house?
Lucky for me, I kind of once I get into something, I'm a workaholic. So I spent like 4 months on the road. I went everywhere and anywhere. Anybody that asked me to go somewhere, I went there. You know how I am. If you ask me to go somewhere, I'm going to show up for women's wrestling. Even if it's a small event, if there's interest in it and they want me to attend, I go. So I spend a lot of time on the road and I spend a lot of time flying all over the place. Delaware Valley gave me a great budget to be able to, and I still haven't even gone through all of it. So I'm trying to figure out creative ways to budget or to, not spend more money, but to look to use my recruiting dollars to bring in more people. But we're kind of homebound and there's nothing going on now. So it's pretty much like being creative online. I could probably use a little bit to do some internet campaigns and stuff like that, but other than that, it's just following up on everybody else that I've already, I have like 130 people on my recruiting list, but that narrows down really quickly if you don't have their major, if they don't have the right GPA, if they, it whittles down to a small amount of people that, one, are interested and two, are qualified. And so reaching out to those that fit that category and following up with them. And so there's some interesting challenges that go on. And I'm not sure what happens on the other end with the kids that are applying into the program, but some interesting things happen. Like you call me, yes, coach, I've applied, I'm good, I'm accepted, this is my first choice, I'm attending, and I'm like, great, when are you going to put your deposit in? They're like, I'll go follow up with admissions and see where you're at. I follow up with admissions, and they're like, no, they didn't apply at all. They just filled out a survey. That's it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So the people, and then there's people that come out of the woodwork and they're like, you know what, I reconsidered. I'm not going to go to in-state college. I want to follow my dreams, and I'm going to come. And so then those things come out. So it's an interesting thing. I'm excited to see who I get. I'm excited for those that I already have, and I'm thankful and I'm excited to work with them.
Is your program still NWCA or is it NCAA now?
Well, it's an emerging sport, so I think we still fall under the first category, but we're moving towards the NCAA.
I know there are different recruiting rules. Yeah.
It depends on how my team is doing, but we'll be attending like any of the national things for those girls that qualify. But it also depends on if I feel like they're ready. I'm not going to send them out to slaughter. So hopefully, my first year I'm going to have to assess where we are as far as like our competitiveness. But
Are you looking at transfers to come in from other schools, or are you just starting fresh?
Absolutely. I have 2 transfers so far coming in from other schools, possibly a few more, but we'll see how that goes. I don't want to give away. Because I respect their privacy, even though I haven't posted anything on social media about anybody that's attending. I was kind of wondering if I wanted to just do them all at one time, just to kind of give them all, or maybe just do like a photo shoot when they get there and have the first team, like the inaugural team, the historic women's team of Delaware Valley. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I kind of am like the type of person that doesn't count their chickens before they hatch. So, I know that some of them have deposited, some of them have applied, some have expressed like, yes, 100% I'm going, but until they actually get there, I'm kind of just, I don't want to just jump ahead of it and, assume that I have all these people and then I get like, I don't know, 2, so hopefully not.
Do you have rolling admissions all summer?
What's that?
You have rolling admissions all summer, or is there a deadline?
Yeah, no, I think on April 13th, I'm trying to encourage them to get their deposits in before April 13th. That's when they can start looking at classes. They can start like getting all of their registration and stuff. I would rather them get that all done. But I showed up on Missouri Valley's doorstep like right before school started, and I did all my stuff right before. So I know that they have that option, and I'll probably get 1 or 2 that come in at the last minute or have made their decision at the last minute. So I don't think there's a deadline for it, but I think that they should get it in early if they can. If they know that this is the right place, let's just get it done. So.
Leigh, exactly where is Delaware Valley University?
Deceivingly, it's actually in Pennsylvania.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a suburb of Philadelphia, but they consider it a suburb of Philadelphia. But we're on 570 acres of farmland, or like open land, acres of land. Formerly we were an agricultural school, so when you drive into Delaware Valley University, you'll see like cute little towns, like your little mom and pop shops, which I love. Because like one of the things I loved about living in Maine was all the mom and pop shops that were still there. I feel like that's dead, like with the Walmarts and the giant, monopolized, superstores around. I feel like you don't really have that quaint mom and pop shop anymore. And Delaware Valley has that. You drive through and you see a bunch of mom and pop shops, but you also see like a lot of other franchise things, but places that students can hang out. And then we have like, it's agro, so we'll have like farmland and you'll see cows, you'll see like horses, and we have equine science and all kinds of animal sciences and stuff. We're really strong in that area. But then when you get to main campus, we have criminal justice, any of the other things, psychology, food science, whatever. You'd have to look and see what interests you if you were a student. But it's kind of an interesting thing because a train will come right into campus and take you into Philadelphia. So it's like 2 different worlds. Like you just hop on this train and then all of a sudden you're like in the city, but then you come back to Doylestown and it's you're back.
Sounds like a great campus.
Peacefulness.
It sounds like the program is just starting up. Is this a fresh program starting up?
Yes, the women who wrestle on this year's team will be the very first women to compete for Delaware Valley. So they did try to start the team previously and didn't really work out. So it's kind of a fragile, wrestling ecosystem when it comes to starting up a women's wrestling program. And I think they faced a lot of challenges in the beginning, which I'm sure no other program that started up from scratch has. I'm sure they've all had their hardships. Missouri Valley did when I first got there. I was the first on their team when they first started, and we had some challenges and almost lost our program. I give them credit for starting again because that's kind of like the spirit of wrestling, right? You get taken down, you fail, you get pinned, whatever, you get back up. So Delaware Valley in their first start got pinned completely in their first startup, and then they went back, they reassessed what they needed to do, and they came back and they came correct. All of the feedback that they received from I think from the people that were applying and also the former person that was there, I think they took it into consideration and they really applied, and they put their money where their mouth is. And so, thankfully, we didn't lose the program, and they can be a part of the NCAA emerging sport. I do believe that we're going to be really successful. This first year is going to be tough. I mean, I've worked my butt off to get as many girls as I can in there. I'm looking pretty good to meet my benchmark. And hopefully surpass that towards the end and find what the final number is. It's just the administration and my AD having faith in me. I know that it's kind of tough to hang in there and see if it's gonna work this time. But
if you build it, they will come. I believe that. Yes.
I think we're going to be just fine.
If I remember correctly, Pennsylvania does not have sanctioned girls wrestling.
They don't. I went to their state championship. I commentated at their state championship, which was a big honor for me. And wrestling in Pennsylvania is it's like a national sport there. I don't understand what the problem is, why they haven't been able to turn over the leadership, but I think we're working really hard on that right now, and I believe that's going to happen in the near future.
Well, you tell them that Alabama is on the verge of sanctioning girls wrestling, and for us to be ahead of them is pretty embarrassing.
That's ridiculous. That is completely ridiculous. No, I love Alabama. I think I have somebody from Alabama on my team.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh man, there's not too many. I'm sure I know her.
Yeah. My goal was to recruit from all states if I can. I mean, I didn't make it to all of them, but I got most of the eastern part of the world.
At the moment, the girl.
I figured if I recruit people from those areas, and they have a good experience, then their friends are going to want to come and be a part of it too. So that's my theory. Okay. And they're probably going to take my budget away next year and the year after that. So let me just get as much part out as I can.
I know you lose it if you don't use it, but
I'm going to use it.
Yeah, you gotta use it.
Left in the account when I'm done with it.
If you want to come down and recruit our girls, you come on down. As soon as they allow you. And I'm gonna suggest.
I just have to stand 6 feet away from me and we're good.
You probably want to stand like 40 feet away from Greg. It's fine. So, anyways, I'm gonna make a suggestion that you concentrate on the states like Alabama where the girls have to wrestle the boys. Because they're a lot tougher than the girls. Yeah, because they have no choice. They have to be tough.
Alabama girls are tough. So I've seen a couple. I'm following a couple, obviously, and then I'm blessed to have one. Hopefully we get more, but they're just tough. I mean, tough as nails. So I've been watching the wrestling program. You know me. I watch wrestling all the time. I'm watching. I'm there. I'm visiting them. And I'm pretty impressed with the girls that are coming out of the South. I mean, they are just solid, good condition, disciplined, sweet as all get out. I mean, so respectful. You know what I mean? Like just good people, just good kids. So I'd be happy to have a couple of Alabama girls on my team for sure.
Yeah, and Georgia's got a great program too. And
yeah,
I don't know what year Amani Jones.
Obviously, I'm competing obviously with some of the schools. There are schools down that direction. We have Limestone, you have Ashley Sword over at Life. I know your son attended Life for a while, but and Presbyterian. But I never stuck around Jersey. I'm happy I left New Jersey and went someplace different. I coming from New Jersey and going to Missouri Valley was like completely different, and I was so thankful for that experience. So
I'm gonna throw out a name. Maybe you haven't heard of her. I don't know what year she is, but Amani Jones from Georgia is a superstar. So keep her in mind.
I've heard of her, and I don't know if I've called her or if I messaged her or texted her. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't, I'm going to.
Well, next time you come down, we'll go out and see her. So I know her dad.
She must not. If I didn't reach out to her, she's probably not a junior or a senior.
Yeah, the NCAA has weird rules about that, but I don't think the NWCA does.
Well, I have to follow NCAA rules. I have to follow NCAA rules anyway.
Oh, you do? Okay.
That's the direction we're going, and so my team wants me to follow.
Are you limited in scholarships the same way?
limited in scholarships, particularly because mine are all academic. So we're D3.
Oh.
And you know, I have some people that kind of like get the misconception, like, oh, okay, well, you can't give me any, you can't give me any money for, so I'm not able to get a full ride. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's ways to do it. Just because you go to a D1 or D2 doesn't mean you're going to get a full ride either. The coaches receive a certain amount of money, and then they allocate that to whoever they want to. They split it amongst, a couple of key prospects, or they give it all to one person. So it doesn't mean that you're going to get a full ride just because. But I do know if you have great grades, if you have good, if you're good academically, we can give you a lot of money, and that might qualify you for additional scholarships depending on what you decide to major in. So, for instance, somebody who gets a 3.0 to 3.5 will get a $25,000 presidential scholarship from us. And so, I mean, if you get hurt or you're not able to continue wrestling, or you don't want to continue wrestling, you're not losing your money. You're not losing your scholarship. Just keep your grades up and graduate. We also have a lot of scholarships that come through on the Del Valle Insider, which, I've seen a lot come through for the sciences. I mean, but we're big in science, biology, animal science, land, wildlife conservation, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of those things, I have a ton of scholarships in that area, but also some in the science and technology, mathematics area, STEM area, and some in business. And it just depends on what you're into. Usually, if they're trying to fill like a particular major or trying to recruit in a certain major, the money's going to be there.
So if we have girls watching who are interested in contacting you, how can they do so?
Just give me a call. Text me. No. If you want to if somebody wants to get a hold of me, I'm super duper good on communicating. So if you can just email me, my email at Del Val is leigh.jaynes@delval.edu. So Del Val, DELVAL, so like Delaware Valley. So leigh.jaynes@delval.edu. I'm not going to give out my phone number on here because
that's all right.
But
they can contact me, and I'll point them to you.
Yeah. Because I'm not in my office, so I'm not going to give out my personal phone. But you can also contact me on social media. You can follow me on at Leigh Jaynes Wrestling. So it's just at Leigh Jaynes Wrestling. I'm maxed out on Facebook friends, even though every once in a while I wake up and I have like 4,998, and I'm like, who unfriended me? And I look to see if there's any key friends that aren't on there anymore that are like mad at me that I didn't know. I have no idea who you are. So if you unfriended me to make a point, I don't know what it is.
Was it you, Greg?
Yeah, I just filled it in with the people on the waiting list. So don't. Yeah.
I would never do that. No.
Whoever it is, don't be stupid. Just message me and tell me you're mad. But whatever. I ended up. I recruited a couple new friends, so now I'm back up to 5,000 again. So there you go.
All right. So Greg will have to get on the waiting list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can message me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Leigh Jaynes, and you can message me on Instagram as well. I have Twitter, but I'm not good at that. I'm not the best at Twitter. I'll probably answer, but I don't do anything with it besides reshare things I find interesting. Interesting than what
takes up so much time. All the social media, yeah. As you know, I'm on it like constantly, mostly because I'm bored. But
yeah, I read a lot of things on there, and I'll share a couple of things that are interesting, but I don't really have anything to say particularly. But my Twitter is through my business, so unless I'm doing something, now business is.
Should we talk about your business?
We can. Wait, how come you don't have any questions for him?
Greg's just like in awe of you. I don't know.
I was going to ask about, you've been a captain in the Army.
I am. Well, something interesting, and I don't know if it's interesting or sad or tragic or scary. It probably all of the above. But I'm in the IRR, so I'm a medical service officer. When I was enlisted, I used to build or help my unit build temper-tent hospital systems similar to the ones that they're building right now for testing people, for the COVID-19 thing. And so I actually did receive a our soldiers that are qualified. So my nomenclature is 70 Bravo, which is basically hospital operations. So instead of like building them with my team, I'd be facilitating it, I guess. And I'm considering volunteering for that because I'm not doing anything else. You know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I have the main thing is I have a little one. You know, so if she's taken care of as far as like me being able to go out and go to work, but I'm concerned like, am I going to bring home something? You know, like I don't want to bring home and make my family sick. But I'm happy to serve my country. So I guess the Army doesn't really give you a lot of information about what they're going to have you do. They just say volunteer, and then you're like not sure exactly what you're volunteering for or where they're going to send you. But it's something that's on the table, so I'm considering it. We'll see how that goes. I served 12 or 14 years, like 12 years as an officer and 2 years enlisted. So I've served my time, so nobody's gonna be mad at me if I don't volunteer. You know, I volunteered for a long time, but I am interested in potentially like going out there and being a support.
Well, you're young and healthy still, so.
I fit my uniform.
So, are you able to work out while you're stuck at home?
Yeah. We have a treadmill in the living room. No, we have. I pulled out some free weights. We've been able to work out. I mean, as much as I want to. I think anybody can really work out if they really want to.
Yeah, if
like
they want to. That's the key. Yeah.
Like you can't do anything. You know, if you want to exercise, you can do it. You know.
You know, they closed my gym, and I believe that means I'm not allowed to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, in that case, there's restrictions or red tape. You gotta do what you can do.
Greg told me before the call that we're going to be sheltered in place tomorrow at 5.
Really?
Yeah. Then that also means no exercising, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
Right?
that's not what it means. Not what it means. It's closed.
You're going to be doing, like, remote exercises.
Yeah.
There you
I do have to go to the door to get the pizza sometimes.
Yeah.
That's walking. That's walking.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
So maybe you noticed.
Talk about business and not he brought up your.
Notice my shirt here.
Yes, I do. I love that shirt.
I love this shirt. Leigh made me this shirt, Greg.
Yes,
You don't have one.
I got UAB bands.
Yeah, his son got a full ride valedictorian to UAB.
That's awesome.
He's in the band.
So that's awesome. I love band. I was in band all through high school.
Me too.
Yeah?
Clarinet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
For real. I got pianos now though. So I'm cool.
I think the flute and the tuba. I know it seems like an odd combination of things.
My brother played the saxophone. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, the saxophone is cool. Yes, it is cool.
That's my son plays sax.
Yeah. No, I played the flute and then I changed over because I like the sound of brass and bass. And so I was in the cadets of Bergen County for the tuba. And then I played in the all South Jersey Wind Ensemble and flute. So flute is my primary thing. I just picked up the tuba because I like the noise it makes.
You just like lifting the big things.
I just like something really challenging. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's the hardest thing for a 120-pound stick-thin person to do? And it would be to carry the largest instrument, brass instrument, and march out there. I marched with the sousaphone in the marching band, like during parades and stuff. And they're like, that thing is bigger than her. Like, what's she doing?
So
I still like the flute, though. I still have mine.
before we got off on the band subject, I was trying to lead into your clothing line.
Hey, wrestling. That's it.
Try to lead to your clothing ideas that are coming up.
Uh-huh.
So what's with this new singlet that you have?
This new singlet is amazing. Okay, so something that drives me crazy. I've been working at this for 15 years, and you know that. So I've been working hard at it. I've partnered with other companies that were willing to improve their women's wrestling apparel. I still have great partnerships. Everybody that I had before, I still have now. I mean, we've been working together for a long time. I picked up a new partner in Danmar Athletics up in Michigan.
Do they do the gymnastics stuff?
What's that?
Do they do gymnastics? Is that
Danmar?
Yeah.
No, Danmar actually does wrestling, but they're most known for their headgear.
Oh, okay.
And so, and obviously in the land of overseas stuff and, really, hold on one second. I'm going to, hey guys, I'm going to interview. Hello. Thank you. Whoosh, Mom cracked the whip.
All right. Before you continue, Zoom is going to kick us off in like 9 minutes. So.
Okay, so I make it quick.
No, but I'll just, if that happens, I'll just send a new link and we'll keep going.
Okay, so the first issue was just getting us a women's wrestling singlet, right? That was like the very first thing when I got to Missouri Valley. It was like, we need something better. Just the average girl could not get a women's cut singlet, sub-laminated or whatever, sometimes not even one that would fit them. So there would be like stock singlets available. I think they came in like red, green, black, and blue. And everybody would buy a stock singlet and then they would screen print it. And that was just what we had available. But thank God we had ones that like covered us, up top. I was able to partner with Brute and construct a new women's wrestling line of customizable singlets. But the price of them, unless you had they had the 6-piece minimum thing. So unless you had like 6 girls on the team, which at the time was like non-existent, there usually were onesies, twosies on the boys' high school team. You would be paying $150 to get you a girl's cut singlet. So to get your school or administration to pay $150 for a girl that they didn't even want on the team was like almost impossible. So I started reaching out and we found ways to circumvent this 6-piece minimum. So just a little education, the reason why you had to do 6 is because the material would fit 6 pieces on it. So if you only used one, if you only had 1 or 2 singlets on it, that company would then, lose that material. So you wouldn't be able to use that material anymore. You can't send it back to the machines, and so they would surcharge you for that waste material, which makes sense because that's just business. But now 15 years later, my biggest concern was the fact that there was a huge modesty issue. Like when you bent over, there was just no coverage whatsoever, and I still see it now when I was commentating the PA state championship. These are minor girls, and to have a parent or anybody go out there and watch wrestling and see some things like that, some mishaps and some equipment malfunctions, it doesn't help us gain acceptance and respect, and it doesn't help our parents say, yes, I really want my daughter to go out there and do that. And so I really worked hard. We went back to the drawing board, and we brought that singlet right up to the neck. And so my new singlets that are out right now are just really super modest in there. We adjusted the legs so that they're more comfortable. And the bonus of that, I know that we did test the Razorback singlets on, and we do have those available. But sometimes it's hard because of the binding with the Razorback. So if you picture it, a Razorback singlet is like this. The binding neck hole is really small. So some people can't get through that neck hole, because you got to put it on from the bottom. And so instead of upgrading everybody to an extra large, even though they're like 110 pounds, just to fit through the neck hole, we adjusted the back to make sure that there was plenty of space. So it's up in the front and a little lower in the back. And then, like I said, we adjusted the legs. And the cool thing about that is now I can offer that for like $70 or $75 or $70 depending on how much art detail goes to it. So it's much more reasonable. I've been able to help and accommodate a lot more girls in college and high schools that are, purchasing boy singlets. I even, if I can match the boy singlet exactly, I can match the boy singlet exactly, so that.
That's your copycat program, right?
Yeah, the copycat program, it allows me to basically, if I can get the other company that the guy went through to accommodate the girls, I'll do that, because I don't want to take anybody else's business. I mean, I'm not in here to make $1 million. I'm in here to make a difference. And so, like, if I can get the other company to go through with it, but a lot of times they say the same thing. They're like, I'm sorry, but I don't really want to do one singlet or two singlets, and they say, and I'm like, well, I figured it out, so I'm able to do it. So I'll take that, I'll copy the singlet, and I'll put it in the girls' cut so that they have a singlet that matches the boys, but they're also looking like the rest of the team, and I think that's important for acceptance.
Well, I know that Greg is willing to model the singlets for you.
That's what they do.
You can. I mean, I have a few here that might fit you.
Yeah.
I do have another really cool thing. So that was the first new innovation was the high cut singlet in the front, and we still have that copycat program. But Denmark has this really amazing. I know that some states don't. They say you're not allowed. Hey, what are you doing? I have some. Please.
She's a born star. Put her on the camera.
So, what was I saying? Oh, some states that you don't have to wear the hair for, right? So, but now it just seemed like the timing on this wasn't that great, but Denmark has this amazing head cover or hair cover thing, and I just love this thing. I wish I had it because my hair would have been a lot better. But it basically
Oh, that is cute. Yeah.
It's all in one.
And it attaches to your headgear, right?
It's a headgear in one.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Really?
This thing's amazing.
That's
and
great.
I can customize this to match your singlet, so that's cool. So it looks like a helmet. It like matches your singlet. It's just one piece. You throw that on. I mean, I have a couple of girls out there that have already. I got this at the end of the last season where I was able to customize the hair cover that goes with this, and I was able to get the high cut. And so at the championship, I had a few girls in New Jersey that had the full complete set, and a couple in Pennsylvania that had the full complete set. And man, it looks sharp. It looks really sharp to have, the hair cover and the matching hair thing, or the matching to your singlet and the singlet with high cut. I mean, your girls look really squared away, and I like that. I mean, it's a military thing, right? They look professional. They look, like respectful, and I think that anybody would look and say, man, that girl's ready for battle.
So Greg's headgear will match his singlet?
Yes, I can do that.
It won't mess my hair up, will it?
It won't. It'll save your hair because I went through 20 years of wrestling with a sprout in the front of my head. People step on your hair.
All right. Well, let's get ready for a commercial break.
Okay.
And come back in a minute.